Welcome back to the corporation, the biggest community. It's Gentry Nation. And guys, I'm cutting we're getting right into it in today's video. I want to talk about the craziest product that's ever been on Shark Tank in the history of the entire show. That's right, Scrub Daddy. Now, this crazy scrubbing utensil since the show has made over $170 million. Yeah, you heard that number right. It's $170 million. And in 2022 alone, they're expected to make over $100 million in revenue. Well, guys, I'm taking you all the way back to the roots where Shark Tank first had Scrub Daddy come on in 2014 and pitch the Scrub Daddy, the sponge that won over all the hearts of America and is now America's sponge. So I want to break down his pitch and show everything he did right and why he is known as the Scrub Daddy of America. But what gives me any qualification to tell anybody if their pitch is good or bad? Well, if you're wondering, I have a company below and I've been working on it for the longest time, so if you guys click the link and sign up for updates, I would love it. But without further ado, let's smile while we scrub and see why this pitch was a dub.
His product will make everyday cleaning easier.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen this guy wearing anything other than this orange t-shirt. Crazy marketing tactic in itself.
I'm Aaron Krause from Philadelphia, and I'm known as the daddy of the Scrub Daddy, the cutest but most high-tech scrubbing tool in the world.
See, like off rip, like immediately, I would completely count him out. Like if somebody came to me and pitched an idea of some sort of sponge and I was sitting in the Shark's seat, I would completely mentally clock out already.
Today, I'm seeking a $100,000 investment in exchange for 10% equity.
Dude! Imagine what this would have turned into if I were one of the Sharks. This is absolutely absurd. $100,000 for 10%. So let's look at the company valuation right now of Scrub Daddy. $209 million.
In the Scrub Daddy business. It's the greatest kitchen scrubbing tool you ever used because Scrub Daddy completely changes its
They do not look like they give a
adjusting your water temperature. Let me show you how that works.
This is honestly so sick, and I think that this is the entire selling point for Scrub Daddy in the first place. Like, what happens next on this part is the craziest I've ever seen in my life.
I've got some hot water. Here I've got some cold water. When I immerse the Scrub Daddies in the hot and cold water, a complete transformation occurs. Now, to show you that, I've got 10-pound weights. Here, under the 10 pounds, it's soft and compressible, and that's like a sponge. That's for your general scrubbing applications. But here, check.
That is the coolest representation of any single shark pitch I've ever seen in my entire life. That's insane. Like the fact that he can just do that right now, I would have bought 100 of them on the spot if I were one of the Sharks. He completely swayed their entire opinion here. I feel like they freak out completely. And all jokes aside, transparency, no matter how much I rip this apart or talk bad about it, like, or make fun of it, like, I have a Scrub Daddy. I use it every single day. The exact same one, actually. So this is the most verified, legit, craziest, coolest product on this entire show.
Out. It's hard and firm. That's going to be for heavy-duty scrubbing applications. We burn on brown and gravy, tomato sauce,
look at Laura's
cheese,
face.
And mustard onto a glass stovetop and a stainless steel pan. I'm going to take the Scrub Daddy, and you're going to see it's just going to attack right into that.
Look at him. He's like,
scrubbing it
money, 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 money.
I'm just using water here. There's no chemicals at all, and it's going to cut right through that.
This is that psychological power move that I talk about in every single one of these Shark Tank videos I made. He is nuts. Look at him. He's probably got, is that a rollie on his wrist too? He's
scratch any of your surfaces, but it will clean them beautifully. Now,
dude, that's insane.
Anymore. So I'm gonna put him here in the warm water, and in just a couple seconds, voila! He's back to bright, fresh, and clean every time.
I feel like as soon as they start talking is when the Sharks decide if they want to make an investment or not, because everybody says the biggest thing for companies is people invest in other people before they invest in the product. Obviously, they want to get the return on the investment, but the main thing is they want to invest in the person over the product, because if they see potential in the person, then they can potentially work with them in the future in addition to make them even more money than just a good product.
You put it on your hand, you can get to the bottom and one move. And that smiling mouth, that cleans spoons, knives, forks, spatulas, even large serving spoons.
That's
on both.
Apparently, the eyes in the Scrub Daddy were supposed to be for scrubbing fingers. So while you're cleaning your different utensils or your pots and pans and stuff, you can use the regular outside of the sponge or the face on like the side of the face. And then when you want to clean your fingers, if you get on it while you're cleaning your dishes or whatever, you can just put your finger in the hole, which I think is a really dumb idea. And I think it's better that he went for the different approach of like cleaning spoons and stuff like that. And then the mouth apparently was for cleaning toenails and fingernails, which is so gross. And I'm so glad he went this way in the pitch, because they would have made fun of him and kicked him out of there probably for that.
Fantastic.
That was incredible. Do you have samples?
I do.
Samples of the Scrub Daddy.
Where are you selling this now?
Thank you.
Well, currently we have it in 5 supermarkets in the Philadelphia area. We also sell it on
Philly
our website.
native.
I've been on QVC 3 times over about 3 months.
And how'd it go?
Fantastic. They've invited me back over and over, and every time I go on, they reorder 30% more than the last time.
The Scrub Daddy is humming.
And what were your total sales? QVC, wholesale?
Just north of $100,000. only in 4 months.
Do you have
$100,000 in 4 months. Oh my god.
a patent on this?
I love how he's just like holding it like this. Like he's like showing that it's got the face the entire time he's pitching.
I actually have a patent. I have 2 more pending. We have the trademark. We have domain names.
The patentable subject matter for this is so cool too. Like just the fact that when you make it cold and it gives that super hard texture is insane. It's some kind of polymer. I don't know exactly what it is. Oh, it's a highly engineered polymer called a flex texture. Sounds like such a dumb idea, but this is incredible. Because again, I use it every single day, so I can't say anything. This is fire.
What do you need the $100,000 for?
What I want to do is set up an independent manufacturing facility with automated equipment.
Why do you need to go into your own facility?
The biggest problem is I'm on their time schedule. I know exactly what I need to do to make this thing really efficient, and I'm looking to get a strategic partner who can open this up into the retail stores. I'm
great
looking at
pitch.
5 supermarkets.
He's killing it. He looks like a member of like Scooby-Doo or like something with Blue's Clues, but he's killing this pitch. They love it.
The cost to make one's about $1.
What are you selling them for?
About $2.80.
Wholesale?
Wholesale. This needs to be in every supermarket, drugstore, Walgreens,
It's so
CVS.
expensive.
Not expensive at all. What's he talking about?
Store and picks this off the shelf and says, "Hey, it's a piece of foam with a smiley face on it. It costs 2 cents to make in China."
You're comparing it to the lowest end of the lowest end.
I just don't know if I see
Robert, it doesn't sell on a shelf, correct. But if you put it in display shipper,
He just put him in his place.
which we built, these beautiful cardboard display shippers,
I like the super ominous music in the background to talk about selling a sponge with a face on it.
beautiful cardboard display shippers.
You can raise the rest from Lori, and if she wants to
Let's see it. Let's see a deal here.
You've heard me say before, I can tell instantly if it's a hero or a zero. And I think what you've got here is a hero.
That line made her $380 million. That's crazy. And I know that Mark Cuban's kicking himself, and he said that it was like one of his biggest mistakes in the entire history of the show, saying that he didn't invest in Scrub Daddy. He always talks about it in the other episodes, which is absolutely absurd. It made her so much money. What the f*** was that? Yo! He looks like a kindergartner. Watch this.
And I think what you've got here is a hero.
This dude's a goat.
My offer is
This guy seems so cool, honestly.
For 30%, I will get you into infomercial right away, and I'm pretty confident.
Taking it to
that you can get
infomercials.
this
Give you $100,000. Well never agree on
He's
what
always
percentage
going
I should
like
get.
this.
We're going to change.
Just to sweeten the pot a little bit, I'm going to give you $150,000 for 25%.
Oh!
$100,000, but for 25%. The experience, the connections, everything that I have.
That wasn't even a better
will be
offer.
successful. I am partnered with the best of them.
Why give up any part of Scrub Daddy? Think of the relationship you have with the sponge. You're selling this thing out, and it's going to crush.
He's definitely mad awkward. He reminds me of the dad from Full House.
It won't be happy anymore.
QVC, infomercial, and into every single retailer world.
Again, I'm making fun of him for what he's doing, but I'd be acting the exact same way if I took my company on Shark Tank and they were telling me they were giving me all this money to invest in me and my product. I think it would be a really cool opportunity. So again, make sure to check out my company link below and make sure to sign up for updates and emails because the product's coming out really soon. I know it's going to benefit and help each and every single one of you guys watching this video. So back to the video.
Wide. That's the power of what we can do just by one infomercial spot. I can get you there.
He knows that
I'm not
already.
done. I'm
We've
not
heard
done.
that already.
We've heard that already. What's
And I want to answer one question, all right? Do you think 25% of the equity in your company is worth more or less than 10 cents a unit in perpetuity?
More.
And he's
This
all
is-
talk. Where's
Don't
he
take
gonna
it.
Take you?
He just said he doesn't care where he takes him, which means he doesn't care about the product at all, which would make him a really bad partner. And I think if he picked him as a partner, it'd be the worst mistake he could make.
25% of this business, which may sell 10 million of these, and you keep it all for yourself.
But you're going to be keeping nothing because he doesn't know how to get
You
this
mean
out
you
there
haven't had
fast
any
and market
success?
it correctly.
You're an idiot. You don't know what to do.
I know what to do.
Exactly.
So why would you take him as a partner? That's the dumbest thing he could have said to him.
$500 million.
But that doesn't
So
mean
I
anything. What
understand
product
retail.
is it?
Okay, I'd like to
Wait
review
a second.
the
Let the
offers that keep
sponge
changing.
speak. And it's saying,
Lori.
go with Kevin. Whoa, hang
I
on.
didn't hear that. 100, Lori.
Oh, well, I changed my mind. $150,000 for 25%.
Boom.
I'll make you a millionaire within a year.
If he gets it down to like 15 for
So mine
150K,
just went
that'd
to
be
175.
crazy.
Whoa!
It's up to 175?
Yeah.
My Mine just went to 2.
Oh. Dude, imagine the adrenaline he's going through right now. This is absolutely crazy. I have goosebumps and I'm not even there. I'm sitting on the other side of the screen. I'm out.
I'm out. I went to stick it to her. Ouch.
Wow.
She's so
I'll drop the 50 cents down to 25 cents until the 100K is recovered, and then go to 10 cents.
If you got a 5 or 4 cent perpetuity, then I honestly might take Kevin O'Leary's deal over Lori's.
Will you go to 5 cents?
Oh, see, he went for it.
7.5 is a deal.
Okay, Aaron, you've got
No,
2.
I would take it at 5
offers
cents,
on
not
the
7.5,
table.
because over time, it's
What are you gonna
2.5
do?
cents. It doesn't
You have
seem
to
like a
make up your
lot,
mind right now.
but over time that would
You
build
don't
up.
see the benefit of having me as a partner.
I never said that.
You need to tell me right now whether you're going with me or not, or I'm out.
Kevin O'Leary seems like the bad guy in every single superhero movie. I would love to partner with him because the way he would go against me if I was pitching at him, he would go against somebody else that was working against him when he was partnering with me. So I would love to have Kevin O'Leary on my team, but I want to see what he does here.
I think your deal is awesome. The equity amount is too much. Would you consider coming down to 20?
200,000 for 20%. Do it. That'd be fire.
You know what? I will. I'll go to 20.
We got a deal.
Got a deal.
So now let's recap here and talk about where the Scrub Daddy's at today and how that deal transpired. Now, a lot of the Shark Tank deals, when they're finished on air, they end up not going through. I think it's like 80% that finish on air don't end up going through, and it's a super small number. I think Mark Cuban has the most in his portfolio with over 70 companies, which is still crazy. Now, he ended up getting $200,000 for 20% from Lori, which was an absolutely great deal on both sides because her $200,000 turned into a company valuation of over $209 million today, and she's making over $42 million off of this $200,000 investment. That's a 209x on her returns of her investment. Now, in addition to that, they're expected to do over $100 million in revenue in 2022, and my favorite part of the entire company is the fact that he got a blinged out, completely gold Scrub Daddy necklace. And I think he pitched like an absolute pro, which is why he got the best deal. And he did a perfect demonstration of his product, which I think if anybody was on Shark Tank, the best way to get them to turn their heads is to completely showcase your product, show them everything they can do, and show them why it's the best thing on the market compared to anything else that's out there. And Scrub Daddy hit those on the nail through and through, which is why he deserves every single cent he's worth today, which is over $209 million. Now, if he decided to sell that, it's based off the 8 times EBITDA, which is the estimates before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization, which means that if someone were to buy his company, which is a $209 million valuation right now, it would be up to 8 and 13 times. So if he did 13 times valuation on his $209 million company, that means he would be selling it for around $2.2 billion today. That's billion with a B. So this again just shows that no idea is too small and should be overlooked. And think about it right now. Any of you guys who are sitting there struggling to come up with ideas or thinking that you're not different or special, anybody is special and has the opportunity to be whatever they want to be. And I seriously am a strong proponent believer in that. And I believe in each and every one of you guys watching this video. And seriously, again, coming from me, I'm not there yet. I'm still working on it. Everybody's working on it. Everybody has something that they want to do. They have dreams, goals, aspirations, and they're going to scare you. Your dreams should scare you. If your dream seems like it's too easily attainable, that means you're not dreaming high enough. You don't have big enough goals. So don't put the roof too small. Don't put the ceiling too small. And if you persevere, it's going to end up happening for you. Logan Paul said that if you stick at something for 10 years you really love, then it's going to end up working out for you. And think about it. If you really love doing something, 10 years isn't that much of a time. And you're going to always have problems with whatever you're doing, no matter big or small. It could be you not having the motivation to go to the gym, or working hard enough to get onto the varsity basketball team, or trying to raise $100,000 for a company or $200,000 for a company. No matter how big of a problem, you can always think of a way to get through it and get around it and figure out the best way to push through. Thank you for coming to the biggest corporation. This is the best community. It's Generation Nation, and I will see you guys in the next video.